Hello there, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to try to make this video a wee bit smaller or shorter because apparently the attention span of a YouTube viewer is about 5 minutes. Now, I mentioned in my first video that I have 39 boxes of comic books. So no doubt I have completed sets of various titles. Some are still ongoing, but there are others that had a beginning and an end. And of course, by the title of this video, I'm going to be showcasing to you the complete set of the first series of Birds of Prey. Now, I thought this was the start of Birds of Prey, but I guess with some research these last few days, I discovered that they had another story, first story, in Showcase 96 issue 3, and it involved also Lois Lane. But do I have the desire to buy it off of eBay? No. If there's ever another comic book convention, I'll keep that in the back of my head, like, yeah, Showcase 96. So I'll be showing you the remaining mini-series. Like, after this, there's a couple mini-series before DC finally gave the go-ahead to, make it a regular series. And it lasted 10 years. Almost 10 years. They tried jump-starting it after the first series ended. It just wasn't the same. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get at it. So this is the first miniseries, Birds of Prey. As you can see, the second issue is not here because it's sent down to CGC. Beautiful art on all those covers. So these are the remaining one-shots before they went to a regular series. So here we go. Issue 1, 2, and 3. There's some, I guess, some key issues in this series too. So by issue 6, it showcases that they work out of a watchtower, which they used as a backdrop in a short TV series, if I remember right. Now I guess issue 8, which is the middle, is somewhat of a key issue because their relationship got pretty serious. Some more great art. It looks like Catwoman gets involved in issue 12. A year has gone by with this title already. It's in issue 13. So it looks like they're gone off-world. So a year and a half into the title, we finally get a Joker cover. Issue 18, the cover is pretty nice. So this is interesting. First we have good old Robin showing up in issue 19. But how does an issue of Nightwing pop in here? It must be a crossover. And sure enough, it is, because you got the Hunt for Oracle 1, which starts in Nightwing, and you can see it continues in Birds of Prey, issue 20. Now, as you can see, I have another Nightwing issue, because it's still a crossover between Nightwing and Birds of Prey. A lot of action on these covers. Again, another showing of the Watchtower. So as you can see, it's already at the issue 25. So the Birds of Prey have been out for 2 years now. It looks like someone's fallen in love.
These three issues were kind of funny because in issue 26, there's a thing going on back then in DC where there was just a funny reference to, in this issue, Batman dies, which really didn't happen at all. And then there's a crossover in issue 27, Officer Down, related to one of the Batman titles, but I don't read Batman. So I said, no, I refuse to buy Batman. And then issue 28 was a little time traveling storyline. But I did like the color on issue 27 though, the orange background. That's pretty cool. But yeah, there was a crossover with one of the Batman titles and I just had no interest. So the next few issues we had a continuation of a little time traveling. It looks like there's another big romance. So as you can see that the next issues there, Black Canary is being romanced by one of Batman's arch nemesis. And it looks like she ends up going into the Lazarus pit, which is not a good thing. So as you can see in issue 35, Black Canary gets her sonic scream back. And then the next issue, it's another minor crossover with Joker's last laugh. And then there's a nice cover of Robin and Canary and Blue Beetle. So these next issues, like with the covers, they just felt simple. No action, really. And of course, there's a crossover with the Batman titles, whether or not Bruce Wayne was a murderer. Ooh, I don't do Bruce Wayne. Yeah, the covers were okay. Now this was a weird setup because you have Bruce Wayne, a fugitive, for issue 41. Then it goes to a backstory of how Power Girl fell out of Birds of Prey trust, I guess you'd say. And then we go back to Bruce Wayne, fugitive again in issue 43. So it was kind of jarring. Now these next three covers were pretty cool because it showed them sort of somewhat in action. I like that the first one, the Connor Hawk one, because it's just a nice orange background and you have the green. But yeah, these three covers were pretty cool. Some more action shots. Uh-oh, looks like somebody's visiting Barbara at the Watchtower again. So it looks like we've hit issue 50 of this title. So it's chugging right along. I think the coolest cover out of all three of them was the middle one, issue 54. They're jumping into something. Yeah, they weren't kidding when they said a bold new direction. You know, the title turned around 180 degrees. Like it definitely got better. And I was lucky enough to actually get a signed autographed at one of the conventions we had here in Edmonton, Miss Gail Simone. You can see the signature up in the left-hand corner. Now, if I sent that to CGC, it would be coming back as a qualifying grade with a green label because no one was around to witness the autograph. But yeah, it's definitely a bold new direction. And the covers were definitely a big improvement. You got to catch you want to entice the reader to pick up the book. And so yeah, it was the start of something new and different, that's for sure. Some great covers coming down the line here now. And it looks like in issue 61, Miss Barbara Gordon is probably breaking up with Nightwing. But yeah, it was quite the change. So the first one is Secret Files. So some background stories. And then it looks like Lady Shiva gets involved with Birds of Prey. As you can see, for the next 3 issues, there was a different cover artist for each issue. So these covers were pretty cool, especially the middle one. Finally, Superman shows up to save the day. Uh-oh, looks like Oracle's being possessed by a supercomputer or something. Here we have some great covers, and it shows that we've reached issue 75. And man, that first one, I've forgotten how good that that cover was. With the eyes, it's pretty good. So after issue 75, you got some pretty dark coloring on these covers. A little more light in issue 78. So these next issues, you can see it's a little more eye-catching to the consumer. They have some good colors, contrast in there. Some more great covers, and of course there's another OMAC tie-in. Looks like she's going to get possessed all over again. Oh no. So it looks like Mr. Superman showed up again to help save the day. All these covers are pretty cool. Some pretty cool covers. Few action covers. I'd like to say another use of the orange background, which is kind of cool. And I can't remember if Black Alice was a key issue for this one or in another title known as Secret 6. So obviously, I have to say issue 98 has a key issue, a new character. These covers are pretty cool, actually. So as you can see, this title is at 100. It looks like Manhunter is joining the title. And someone is visiting the Watchtower again. As you can see, there's another issue using the orange background. And issue 104 is pretty cool because you can flip it upside down because the bottom title is Secret 6. So that's a pretty cool setup. These covers are pretty good. What a difference it makes at issue 107. Cold War, most of it white, and then the next issue is dark. Issue 109 sort of dealt with a marriage between Green Arrow and Black Canary. There was actually a one-shot special about that. It sort of ran through the Birds of Prey as well. So another character has joined the Birds of Prey, Lady Hawk. And issue 113 is actually, can't make it out because the cover is so dark, but that's Superman. Some more great covers. With issue 118, I think that issue was sort of tied to a miniseries that was going on. As you can see, it's called the Dark Side Club back then. And then you have Black Canary fighting with Manhunter. So as you can see, we have another Joker cover. All these covers are pretty cool. As I was going through these issues there, issue 124 caught my attention because you have the Joker face or the Joker body behind Oracle. You have Punchline. And the reason I find this kind of funny is that this is like already 2009, but this year they created a new character, new sidekick for the Joker, and her name is Punchline. Kind of freaky, but it is what it is. So there you have it, folks. Issue 127, and that was that. There was also a two-parter, Birds of Prey, just focused on Oracle and Catwoman. That was pretty much it for the first series of Birds of Prey. They tried making a TV show out of it, as well as a movie. And the thing with the movies, what they were missing was Oracle. You know, they had every other character, but they were missing Oracle. So yeah, that's it. 127 issues. Catch you guys later. Bye-bye.